Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut. And hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. I would mention again, we have memberships here. I did a little change with the memberships. If you're a member, you got different badges. I just sort of moved some stuff around, create some new badges for you, and hopefully you like it. As you become a member, you'll see it. One of the things I'm trying to accomplish by adding more members onto the channel is to get a new computer and have a better quality for you in terms of just the visual part and the sound part. And the only way I can do that is with a better computer instead of doing everything on the phone like I do all the time. Once in a while I'll do a video on the computer, but very, very, very rarely. It doesn't come out great. It comes out not much better than this. It actually comes out worse than this, but I'm trying to get a Mac computer, and hopefully if you become a member, that money will solely go into the payments I have to make every month. So again, please follow. You'll see it. You can't miss it. I know some people have been writing me, where is the join link? Look, if you watch the video on the phone, if it's on your phone, underneath the video, there's two buttons. There's a subscribe button, and then there's the join button. The join's on the right side. So you need to sort of look for that. You join that, and it'll open it all up. It's flat fee. All you need to do is hit that, and you become a member. Simple, very simple. But now we have sort of an update. And as I said the other day, the big update about the Mets is that, and really Major League Baseball, was things were going to start to pick up in terms of what the media was going to say, because this is the first real full work week in the new year. And we actually had an article that came out by Passan, or Passan. It doesn't matter what you call him. Whatever the hell his name is. He put out an article on Monday talking about what's going on with Pete Alonso and what's really going on with the Mets. He called it the winter of Soto. I love it. And it is. One of the things that he mentioned, he talks about Pete Alonso. Let me read you from SNY what they had to say. Pete Alonso free agency buzz. Sutter expected to get an opt-out laden short-term deal. Alonso reportedly turned down a 7-year extension with the Mets during the 2023 season. Now, in the previous video I did on Pete, we talked about how he's basically repeating the mistakes of past Mets free agency of one Michael Conforto, where Conforto was given an opportunity to re-sign with the Mets, and he blew it, and it's cost him millions of dollars. It probably cost Michael about $27 million since that moment. Alonso will almost certainly get an opt-out laden short-term deal, reports ESPN's Jeff Passan. Passan notes that barring another team stepping up, the expectation is that Alonso and the Mets will reunite, which I've been saying. He just should stay here. There's no reason to go anywhere else. I wouldn't even take a opt-out. I'd be honest with you. If Alonso's contract does indeed wind up being opt-out filled in short term, the Mets, who are very open to high average annual value deals that aren't lengthy, should be in a strong position to land him. Alonso's market has seemingly not developed as he hoped. A handful of teams that could have been fits for him have filled their first base needs, including the Yankees, picked up Paul Goldschmidt, the Nationals, who picked up Nathaniel Lowell, the Astros, who picked up Christian Walker, and the Diamondbacks, who picked up Josh Naylor. It is recently reported that the Angels and Giants have interest in Alonso, but there has been no information as far as the specifics of that interest. I think that's just a trial run to get the Mets to jump. Pete would be foolish to go to either team for different reasons. One, if he were to go to the Giants, folks, he would not hit 30 home runs. No player has hit 30 home runs in that ballpark since 2004. That's Oracle Park. And the Angels are a disaster. Okay? He'll hit over 30 home runs, but he won't win there. And that would be a mess. He should stay. And does he really want to play on a team with Anthony Rendon, who doesn't care about baseball? I don't think that would go well for him. He should stay away. The Red Sox could possibly be a fit if they trade first baseman Tristan Casas, and the Mariners could emerge as a suitor if they clear money by trading starting pitcher Luis Castillo. Now the Red Sox are rumored today, and this was a big rumor today, to be in the running for Nolan Arenado. And if they do that, they'll put Rafael Devers at first. So I don't think that I never thought that, saw that anyway. But Casas, I don't know what they would do with him, to be honest with you, at that point. And Luis Castillo, the Mariners are looking for a lot of big prospects for him, and they made it very difficult in moving him. As far as possible alternatives for the Mets, if they don't retain Alonso, they've been connected to free agent third baseman Alex Bregman, but their interest is reportedly not intense. That's a new thing. I don't know where Bregman's going. I thought he was going to go to the Tigers. There's talk about that a lot. It was talk about the Reds. Who the hell knows where he's going? And he's not a Scott Boras guy. Alonso was represented by Scott Boras, entered the offseason seeking a massive payday in terms of both years and dollars after reportedly turning down a 7-year, $158 million extension offer from the Mets during the 2023 season. Just so you know, Pete did not have Boras as his agent when he turned that deal down. That was his prior agent, and he just blew it. He should have signed that deal. And really, since then, when he didn't sign that deal, it seems like he's had all this pressure on him, and then when the Mets got the postseason, all the pressure was all the pressure for that contract was off. And he had a very good postseason. Very strange situation. A couple of things before I forget. The Giants. The Giants, Susan Slusser, who was the writer for the San Francisco Chronicle, is supposedly good friends with Scott Boras, and she put out that rumor. Also, was John Heyman of the New York Post of MLB Network fame, who put out that the Mets were going to lose Pete to the Angels. He's good. Obviously, has a very strong relationship with Scott Boras too. So take that with a grain of salt. And nothing wrong with that, that he's got friends in the industry that'll help him. I'm just sort of putting it out there. But I'm just putting it out there just so you know, give you a little context. Now, a couple other things that Passan had mentioned. The Mets are still looking for another outfielder. They're looking for more bullpen help. I heard that on the weekend myself. And I heard that, and he said that the Mets are looking for another starter. So the Mets are still being very active. So the idea that the Mets, I've had people say they're disgusted with the Mets offseason. The Mets have had a great offseason. They're disgusted with the way things have gone. Because they're not signing every named contract that doesn't move. And it's funny, it's like this every offseason. Since they've been doing this challenge, it's never good enough. Never good enough. But, so the rumblings is that the Mets are looking for an outfielder. They had an offer on the table to Teoscar Hernandez. He turned it down, went back to the Dodgers. I think he wanted more years. Plus, he wanted to stay in Los Angeles. The Mets offered him 2 years, from what I understand. That's $40-something million, or whatever it was. And he turned it down. We've heard that they were interested in Jock Peterson before he went to the Rangers. There's still talk of Jesse Winker. I don't know the level of interest that they have in terms of, do they want a thumper in the middle of this lineup, or do they want a role player in this? I have not heard anything. There was nothing discussed in that article about, and I didn't read the article. I saw a little blurb on X about it. It doesn't get into detail what kind of outfield they're looking for. So I don't know what kind of outfield help they have their eyes set on. Now, I would mention, and I've said this before, I really would like to get Brandon Nimmo out of the outfield and put him as a DH. I think that would be a very strong thing. That would be a way you can move Soto to left field and you can bring in a right fielder. That would be what I would look to do, be honest with you. But obviously, they got to re-sign Pete. Re-sign Pete, then you can maneuver things around a little bit and take Soto out of right field. I really don't want to see Soto in right field. It would be a real struggle. It would be a real struggle in left field, but not as badly as it would be in right field. But that's my opinion. Also, starter, he did not mention what kind of starter the Mets are looking at. I don't know if it's Jack Flaherty, for example, or it's a guy they have to trade for. The prices for starters is very high right now. So I don't know if it's a starter they're looking at. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Everything's very quiet with the Mets. The Mets don't leak anything anymore. It's not like when the Wilpons ran the ball club where everything got out and then nothing happened. and nothing happened. Also, what are we talking about with relievers? There are so many good relievers out there. There's Tanner Scott out there, Kenley Jansen out there, David Robertson. Love to get David Robertson back here to be a 7th inning, 8th inning guy. These guys, they don't have contracts. We're in the new year and they have nothing. So it tells you how the market is right now, specifically for them. But it's a wonderful time of year. This is a great time of baseball, in my view. along with the season. So really, it never stops for your hosts. But again, I want to thank you for coming by. Become a member. That will improve the channel in a major way, and it'll grow this channel. This channel should have grown, but it's all my fault because I've been doing with the phone. And I would mention, all the money that I was making over the years went into this new home that I have. And now I need you to sort of put into the membership, and that'll really produce better videos, better quality videos for you. And before I go, thank you for watching. I'll see you later.